Hey everyone. So let's talk about Joker's Poltergeist. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Joker's Poltergeist. That's weird. Why did that happen? When does the Joker from DC need an exorcism? Yeah, well, you're wrong. It's interesting that they chose the name Joker's Poltergeist. They could have done clown, they could have done circus, but they went with Joker's Poltergeist, which is interesting because I think of Joker, I think of Joker from DC, Batman's Joker, um, crazy, funny, awesome, scary Joker. But I don't think of what this movie presented. And um, I unfortunately do not remember the year this movie was made in. I looked, but I don't remember. But it's called Joker's Poltergeist. I believe you can look up I think it's Joker's Wild, and you can find it that way as well. But the actual title of it, I believe, is Joker's Poltergeist. Um, this is a very strange, very odd, confusing film. It starts with this theater filled with people dressed as clowns, and there's the owner of the theater. His daughter is giving a speech about how excited she is and this and that, and then someone with a clown mask comes in and starts shooting the place up, killing a bunch of people, including her father, but is saved by another clown who um shoots the shooter right before he can get her. And she takes the mask off and she realizes that she knows the guy under the mask. And then it skips to 1 year later where she's actually dating the guy that saved her in the theater, and they are getting prepared to reopen the theater because she owns it now, and she feels that it would be a healing process for the survivors to be able to get back on the horse and embrace, the fact that they survived and there's nothing to be afraid of in the theater anymore, and reopen it for her father's sake, for the theater's sake itself, because she owns it and she doesn't want to see it get closed down like many people actually do. So there's going to be like a debate there soon on with the mayor and a congressman who's on her side about what to do with the theater. Should it be closed down? Should she be allowed to reopen it? Should she be allowed to carry a concealed weapon even after the shooting? And the movie is very, very odd right off the bat. You don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain. Spoilers, by the way. I'll just let you know. As I go, I might reveal quite a bit of what happens in the movie or the ending. I'm not sure yet. But just in case, no matter what I say, I've warned you here and now. I may spoil this entire film. And if you don't want it to be spoiled, if you've never seen it and you want to see it, you can go watch it somewhere, or you can just stop this video. Anyways, so yeah, there, she has, I'm not sure, I don't know what, she has nightmares maybe, of seeing these clowns, but they don't hurt her, they just show up and they wave their guns at her. And they'll surround her and corner her, but they don't touch her. But there's always this video. Oh, I think it's worth mentioning that there is a big name on this movie, and that's Eric Roberts, who is really good. I love Eric Roberts. I think he's great. I think he needs to talk to his agent or whoever he talks to about getting him better job roles, because he has been going down a crazy road of bad films. Like, bad films. But anyways, he's in this one, and he is you'll discover he's the one that did the shootings. He was the one behind the theater shootings and who killed her father. So she hates him, but there's a reel that keeps playing from the projector room with his video that he played before the shooting, of him talking about it and how people will know the meaning of fear, because I believe her father kicked him out of the theater for some reason, differences in some for some reason. I'm not sure if it explains that or not. Why her father booted Eric Roberts. But anyways, as the movie progresses, the survivors come in. How many of them? I think 3? Maybe no, 3 or 4. I think 4. But they come in, and one of them is supposed to check the lights, and he gets his throat cut by a clown, and you don't see him again. And I don't think they find the body either. But it goes to the bank. It goes from that, after them talking about, should we really, be promoting this? I mean, yeah, we survived this, but do we want to welcome something like this again? Yes, of course we do. We're survivors. It's not going to happen again. We can protect ourselves. We'll have guards and stuff. And then it goes to the debate with the mayor and his wife, who are against opening the theater and very against the leading lady to carry a concealed weapon or have guards at all carrying any weapons at all. And her argument is, I own the theater, I'm allowed to do what I want in it, have who I want in it, and I'm keeping it open and I'm keeping my gun. And then the debate goes on, and then the lights get killed. And then these clowns come in and they start shooting the police up. And it gets crazy fast from that point. Because you don't know what's real and what's not real through the whole thing. Like, I guess they're supposed to. I really don't know. I do not know. This movie's very, very confusing, and I assume it's called Joker's Poltergeist. I'm guessing it's got to do with the fact they must be ghosts. That's what's going on. They're all in their heads, and they're messing with their heads because they're ghosts, and they're trying to lead her to a truth that she doesn't know yet. They say liar consistently, liar, liar, liar. He's a liar, he's a liar. And she thinks that they're talking about her father through the whole thing, and she's getting really upset about it. But they say there's one more among you that's evil. There's one more. And from that point, it's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. It's pretty obvious who the evil one is. It's pretty obvious why. The only thing I didn't see coming actually was the outcome of discovering who the evil one was and why. And I'm not sure if it explains it. I think it tries to, but it's a very lame reason. So, I don't know. But I guess I won't tell you who does it or why, but I will tell you I wasn't that big of a fan of this. I'm like, okay, I get it. I guess I get where they were going for it, but this movie is so bizarre. You don't know what's going on, and you don't know what's happening because of the strange editing choices they made in this film. The cuts that come out of nowhere, where they're one place and then they're the next, and then there's clowns and then there's not. And I get that that's supposed to be the illusion that the clowns were never there before, but at the same time, the way they do it is so roundabout and strange that it just makes you rub your face in confusion and go, what is happening to the entire thing? Because you'll never figure it out. And it's very, very odd. I just don't like it. I don't like the choices they made in cropping out this film. I don't even like the choices they made for like the surprise twist, because it's not a surprise. That's an obvious way to go. You could have made it much more interesting. You could have made it the twist make you go, and that might have made up for the terrible editing and acting. But it didn't, because that's not what you did. You went for the absolute most obvious route. Except for how they ended. Everything, not make sense, but everything would go hand in hand in a typical, this is how I'm gonna end the movie way on a horror suspense film with a twist, except the very last moments, the very final moments in the film are interesting, because it's not quite how I would have seen that going. But it doesn't make up for anything. And I didn't really like it. In fact, I think I'll give it a 2. And, you know, it just could have been a lot better. The acting could have been better. And the 2 is merited probably just from Eric Roberts being in the movie at all. Because I do love him. But the movie was awful. And the point of it is confusing. And it just never really clarifies what's going on. Is this just a fever dream induced into everyone? Are there really ghosts? Or is this whole thing a very strange conversation that's taking place while we're seeing something differently? I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I will say everything that happens in the movie I feel might be pointless because at the very end everybody's still there, untouched. So I mean, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it at all. It's so confusing. You might like it. I didn't. But it's Joker's Poltergeist if you want to check that out. And I'll have another one up here very soon because I'm recording quite a few of these. And, yeah. Alright. So you can comment anything that you want me to watch and review, and I'll get to that as soon as I can because I'm watching lots of movies. As long as it's a horror movie for this month and the next, because those are my priorities. You can share the video, you can subscribe, which I would love, and give it a thumbs up if you like it, which I might have already said that, but hey, I never, I repeat myself all the time. It's no big deal. Anyways, I hope you like this video. I'm gonna do another one right now, and I will be doing more movies really soon. Alright, bye! Hang on. Okay, bye!